Welcome back to the channel. My name's Steve Balgobin, and Canada's unemployment rate in May jumped to its highest level in almost 9 years. Ever since COVID, back in 2020, when there was 1.6 million people in the country that was unemployed, we have not seen unemployment rate this high. The unemployment rate ticked up to 7% in May, up a tiny little bit from 6.9% in April. That makes it the third consecutive increase in 3 months. So that means that the total number of jobless people in May was almost 14% higher than a year ago. This level of unemployment hasn't been seen since September of 2016, after the COVID era of unemployment numbers in 2020 and 2021. People are facing a lot of difficulties finding work in this particular current labor market. And I tell you right now, I think that we're going to find a lot more people in a dire situation, especially now with the tariffs that we've got going on, that Donald Trump has put on steel. And with steel comes a significant amount of problems, because it's not just steel, it's not just the aluminum, it's all of the other things that the steel companies create jobs for, like the trucking and the transportation, for instance. The one tick rise in unemployment was primarily driven, in this particular case, by almost a flatline employment growth, even though the population increased. So as the population increased and we got a flat line of employment, that's where you have a tiny bit of an uptick in employment, and hence we are at 7%. So there were really no mass layoffs. We can talk about Hudson's Bay, and we can talk about certain companies like that. A lot of the Hudson's Bay people, those were 9,000 people that were laid off by Hudson's Bay this past week. I think Sunday was the last day. A lot of those people have, through attrition and through other forms of employment in the retail sector, have been employed. The vast majority of them are now unemployed. So I will say that next month is going to be an interesting month to follow in the employment numbers. Very interesting to see how that plays into the number. Are we going to jump to 16,000 people in the month of June? We'll soon find out, right? But generally speaking, on the surface, it doesn't seem like much is happening in the employment world. It seems like we are relatively stable. Yes, there was a 0.01% increase in unemployment, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that this is going to present to the Bank of Canada that they increase or decrease interest rates. As a result of unemployment staying pretty much the same, ultimately, we are not going to see a change in interest rates. Had unemployment been 0.5% higher, it went to 7.5% or 7.4%, even 7.3%, then I would say there's some alarming increases here. But because we are just simply coasting along, I think we're going to stay status quo on the next hike.